Ben David Avdecha V'zichra Yerushalayim Yirkochecha V'zichra Yikolamcha Beis Yisrael Levonecha Lifleita L'toiva. Good morning, Rabbi Isai. Nishmas We will go short on these. Here's somebody, Spotify. He's the top 2 fan. And Spotify in general, there's 15,000 minutes on Spotify. And I uploaded 2,000 have us as their top 10 on Spotify. Because a lot of people watch on Spotify. You think it's only YouTube, only all Daf. No, there's other places. I don't know if this... Yeah, Spotify has video. This Rabbi Isai is the bar mitzvah of Moshei, the son of Binyamin Kar, who gave us Ateres Golda. He's the owner of Ateres Golda, which happens to be one of my favorite pictures of MDY. Shows about 1,500 people at that shir. So Mazal, I don't know if he wants the whole world to know about his bar mitzvah, what time it is and where, but okay. I need to announce the people who have given $1 a day. That was in Brooklyn. Terrace Gold in Brooklyn, Bar Park. Yeah. Gregory Kusiav gives $1 a day. Shkoyach, Pinchas Zell, Sam Gluck, Michael Lowe, Natan Cohen, Menachem Schechter, Dovi Urowitz or Dov Urowitz, Akiva Leo B, Ari Reiser is $1 a day. Now, I do want to tell the Olam about all the people who, since the beginning of Hanukkah, gave also other amounts. Shayo Keaton, $18 a month. Moshe A. Landy, I see him somewhere else. That's different than Mo Landy. Moshe Landy, 18. Leo Nyman, 30. Naftali Kugelman, there's not a mistake, $840 a month. It's unbelievable. Yishkoyach, the Miller Boys, 36. Lawrence Reese, 36. Avram Rupp, 30. Yochanan Adler, 36. Israel Friedman, 18. Dr. Mark Bergson, 30. Menachem Mendel Gurevich, 5. Heshi Earth, 36. Ari Fish, 36. Simon Jacob. Is that your grant? Where is he? He's not here. Simon Jacob, maybe. Michael K. Shiner, 30. Jess Norris, 4. Mo Landy, 101, which is huge. Yishkoyach. And even huger is Reuven Harrison, $1,000 a month, verified. Moshe Platnik, and he actually, Shkoyach, he gives a lot to MDY. So Shkoyach, I think he's from Florida. $36 from Moshe Platnik. Rabbi say you don't only have to do $1 a day, you can do other amounts, there's other ways. $100 a day or a month? What is this for? A year?
$100. Just take the $100.
Shkoyach Gadol, Tiskele Mitzvahs. Wow, he's inspired.
I'm inspired.
Thank you so much, says Alex Gilden, for continuing to set the standard for all Daf Yomi Shurim. I have to admit, the new intro music to the shir is so catchy. That's your song. I find myself humming it all day long. I would like to sign up for $1 a day, but I would be switching up from $20 monthly. Who do I speak to change the donation amount? Alex Gilden. Rabbi Isai, the Masechta sponsor for the unity of Am Yisrael, the month, is sponsored Leilo Nishmat, Chaneh bat Elimelech, Leilo Nishmat, Mendel ben Pinchas, another sponsor of the month, Leilo Nishmat, Zechariah ben Moshei, Leilo Nishmat, Zechariah bas Yosef. Parnasa Shavua. 4 Shleima for Debora bas Sarah, and Hatzlacha, Amen. And Hatzlacha to all those who say Vayichulu with kavana. Parnasa Yoim, Shimmy Braun, Mazal Tov Benikar for the bar mitzvah of his son Moshe, Sach Chassidish Nachas, Yiddish Nachas. Oh, I have to go back to that picture. It's funny. I just realized now. In the Shimmy Braun is in the middle, and he writes over there on his name, aka Yiddish Schwartz. And Nachum Braun is the son. Okay, next, Eric and Jaclyn Landau, L'zeich Nishmas Betazel ben Moshe, who's nifter young, and Chaneh Fega bas Yosef, who suffered. Shama should have an aliyah. Lili Nishmas Avi Mori Tzvi Hirsch ben Rachmiel on the occasion of his 62nd yahrzeit. Happy birthday, my nephew Yeruchom Levin, who with courage and with only Hashem's help was able to escape after being captured from the clutches of the evil Hamas terrorist, Yemach Sh'mom. He was internally grateful for Hashem's kindness to him and his family. I think that might be Peretz Chaim Levin. Yeah. Art of the month is sponsored by Yosef ben Chayesara for Zchusim that come from supporting Limud Torah. Yesterday, there was a person in the room who is this person who sponsors the Art of the Month, and I didn't even know who he was. And only after davening, I was made aware he's a very quiet person. He's not part. He doesn't live in Eretz Yisrael, and so yishkoich to you. And then we were talking afterwards about the 3D. He said, I want to step it up to help out with the 3D. So yishkoich gadol. Rabbi Isai, just a side riddle. There's a famous chibur on the tour and the Beis Yosef called Drisha or Prisha. It's two svarim, Drisha and Prisha. Does anybody know where the name comes from? I believe this is where it comes from. Anybody? Oh, very good. Two people knew. Givaldik. The famous Kishem Shekibalti Schar ala Drisha, Kach Kavas Schar ala Prisha. Although I think he means Prisha to be mefarish, not to go. But we're going to see that sugya, the very famous Gemara today. We're holding 4 lines from the bottom of Mem Amud Beis. Omar Mar. We learned yesterday, Negech Mishalem Sakoifer, a bull who kills someone, so the owner has to pay koifer. Reveya, and says in the Brisa, but a bull that had relations with the human being, you don't pay koifer. What's the case? If through the relations he killed this woman, what's the difference? If a bull kills a human being with its horn, it's killing. If it crushed the human being, it's killing. So what's the difference? So you're going to tell me that there was a revia and there's no ritzicha. So then what's the chiddush? There's only koifer when you kill a person, not if you have relations with a person. We have a machlokes Abai and Rava. Loilam the Rava v'loi katla. We're talking about that there was a revia, but no ritzicha. But they brought the woman to Bezdin, and because of this bull, they killed the woman because she was over a revia. She had relations with an animal. So now the same command the katla dami. So I think that since he caused her death, in an indirect way, and it wasn't his fault, but yet an animal killed a human being in a way. Kamash Malon, there's no koifer. Rabbi said Daf Yomi Amud Aleph on top. That means we're 40 daf into Baba Kama. It also means that 40 days ago we were in the hotel in Connecticut. And I still feel most of us, the dedicated people to MDY, Reb Nachman. Rav Omar Loilom the Rav of Ikatlo says Rav no, that there was both a revia and a retzicha here. And you ask me, what's the difference? There's a huge difference, says Rava. Listen to this, and it comes out a huge nafkemina la'alacha. As we learned, what does Karen mean? Karen means that a bull wanted to cause damage on purpose. Kavanos lahazik. Karen, kavanos lahazik. It's a better touch. Kavanos lahazik had kavana to cause damage. Hi, kavanos lahanos atzmayu. Over here, this is more like shen. Shen means that the animal wants to enjoy himself. He wants to eat and causes damage. Says Rava, unbelievable. Since the animal's trying to enjoy himself, then he's not chayv and koifer. The koifer only goes on keren, not on shen and regel. B'may please. So where's an afkemina? B'regel shedor sal gavitinok v'chatzara nizak. So we have a situation where an animal crushed a baby in the domain of the nizak, because we learned, Rabbi said, just a little chazara. Shen and regel, you're only chayiv if it's b'shus hayachid, meaning b'shus hanizak. It has to be in the property of the one that was damaged. So we're talking about an animal went into somebody's property and crushed a human being to death. La abayi mishalem koifer. It's mashma from Abayi. It doesn't say Rava's answer. So you do pay koifer. There's no after between a shen and regel and keren. Everybody, an animal that kills is chayiv koifer. The Rava loy mishalem koifer. According to Rava, because you need kavana to be mazik, and this animal was just walking around, regulating it. It was moving. It had no idea there's even a baby there. So you put it from koifer according to Rava. Tanakeva said the Rav. Sharet Staden in Chayiv Misa v'Koshel Mizbeach, the bull that's trained to fight in the Colosseum against human beings, against animals, ain't Chayiv Misa. He's not Chayiv Misa v'Koshel Mizbeach, and that was a huge chiddush that we learned yesterday. An animal that kills a human being not necessarily is a trait for the Mizbeach. You think, an Aveira is done with this animal, you can't bring it as a carbon. We learned yesterday it's not a problem. This animal was forced to do what it had to do, and therefore not Chayv Misa, and it's mutter as a carbon. Kosher as a carbon. Says the Heilige Mishnah, Spatzim and Moshe Cohen, Schus, Hatzlacha, and Ruchnis, and Gashmis. Shor Shenogach Sa'adam Umeis. So Rabbi say, we have a number of psukim here. Let's take a look at all these psukim. So we get to the sugya. Says the pasuk, "V'chiyigach shor es ish, oyes es isha v'meis," and the person died. Sakal yisakal hashor. You must kill the bull. It's not just a bull. We said it's every animal. And you don't eat the meat. And we're going to see that there's an isur hana. You're not allowed to benefit even from the skin, not only the meat. Ubal hashor naki. What does that mean? Ubal hashor naki. He's clean, and we're going to see 5 pshatim. Maybe not all today. V'im shor nagachu, and mitmol shvil shorim. This is a muad. He's done it already 3 times. Vuad b'va'alav. Here's the pasuk that tells us you have to. The witnesses have to be in front of the owner. V'lo yishmereno, and he was negligent again. V'hemis isha hashor yisaka v'gambal v'imo. So that's the pasuk about muad. Im koifer yushas olav. Now we're talking about the parish of koifer. You pay money. Machlaikis. Do we evaluate the person that died or the person that caused the damage, the nizik or the mazik sheminon? V'nasam pidyanavshoy. This is to redeem himself. And if the bull killed a small child, a girl or a boy, says our Mishnah, if a bull killed a human being, muad misham koifer. If only a muad pays the koifer. V'tam potem in a koifer. But the tam doesn't have to pay. V'zeh chayav misa. Both the bull, both the tam and the muad, the bull, they die. Now let me ask you a question. If the tam who kills a person must die, how in the world did he kill 3 people? How did he get to be a muad? Huh? He ran away. And then what? He killed again.
Came back and killed again, and then he ran away.
Ran away. Very good.
Smart guy. Yeah.
Excellent. That's one of the 8 pshatim in the Gemara. There's 8. And that's one of the ones that sticks. No? Anybody can come up with 7 more?
Why can't he be more than
That doesn't help. That's not a mood for because we'll see. Okay. That's another pshat in the Gemara. The Gemara knocks it off. All in a row. Does that work? Does that work? It has to be on 3 different days. We said you have to. It depends. That's exactly the. Okay. So these kind of things. Now imagine you're a Tana or a Moira. You have to say pshat. Think. How do you come up with 8 pshatim here? 8 different pshatim. V'chein beven, v'chein bevas. This halacha also applies if he kills a young child. No difference how old the person is. You kill the bull. Nagach eved oyama. There's a difference now if you kill. Here's the pasuk. Im eved yigach hashar oyama. Kesef shloshim shkolim yitin la'adoyre v'ashar yisakal. There's one price for all slaves. We don't start evaluating the guy that owns the bull. We don't evaluate the slave. He could be the top slave. He could be a 95-year-old slave that has 2 days to live, the doctor said. Shloshim shkolim. That's it. Even if he's worth 1 shekel, pay shloshim. It's also a halach of koifer. It's also within that idea. Whether it doesn't matter how much he's worth. Ask the Gemara. Once you kill this bull on the first time that he kills, how do you ever get to be a muad? So look at this real quickly. So here are the 8 pshatim. Only 4 out of the 8 stay. So one pshat is, we'll say about peh real quickly. One pshat is that they saw he's about to kill a human being, and the guy got out of it. It was almost. And almost, the Gemara understood, is enough to make him a mood. You saw he wants to kill. The guy just jumped up, he found a string, and he's able to get out of it. Sikein Shalosh means that he actually hit 3 human beings, but they didn't die on the spot. They were intensive care, and eventually they died. So he's able to get the 3. Or like Jonathan, welcome back Jonathan, welcome back Eitan Ogerik, welcome back Chaim Snow. Not a welcome back, he's a guest, but Yishkoyach. So Jonathan was trying to say this, that he killed 3 animals. And since he was a mood for animals, a mood for this. Can I see my chart, please? Oh. Or 3 oivdi kechavim. Gemara says that's not enough. That doesn't make you mood. Or he killed 3 people that weren't going to live anyways. Gavra k'tola kotal. Or the ones with the X's are no good. They're havaminas. Now this is what you guys were saying, that harak va'arak la'agam, he ran away, he killed, ran away, killed, ran away. So there, and each time there was this one I'm not going to explain, who's muzaymim, meaning there was 3, we're going to have to see it inside. It's a little bit not intense, it's just a case. Bekitzer, there was witnesses that said that the ox killed, then witnesses came and said imanu yisam. So those witnesses are gone. The first witnesses, but then a third pair of witnesses came and said that the second guys that said it are liars, and therefore all the testimony comes into play, and you kill. And then there's the final one is Makir and Balabayas, that they witnessed to the owners. Your bull killed somebody, we don't know which bull. There's 20 bulls there. Afterwards they figured it out, but they warned the guy, and that's enough for the bull to die. Says Gemara, Amar Rabba, here we go. They said, we witnessed that this bull wanted to kill a human being. Just people stepped in or whatever it was, and they got him out of there. I had a little bit of a video. Maybe Yosef will put it in for the shear. Somebody sent me. I think it's appropriate, even though it's in Pakistan. You see an old guy with a walker, real video, walking down the street, and a bull looks at him, looks, and all of a sudden got him good. The guy goes flying up in the air and lands. You don't exactly see the whole. You just see the guy's feet a little bit moving. So it's okay, I think, to show. So this, Rabbi said, there's a guy that came to the Rav and said, Hey Rav. He said, I was almost in a car accident. I was like this close to it was like in the last second I got out of it. Do I have to make a goimel? So the Rav told him, you go up to the bima and you cannot say the goimel, and then you walk back. Because goimel is only for somebody that was in a sakana and was saved, and not for somebody that was saved from a sakana. Again, goimel is only for somebody that was in a sakana, in a car accident, flipping over, and he was saved from the car accident. But not from somebody that was saved from the sakana, that didn't get into it. Okay? Or like this is the famous Maisa, where a guy made a huge Sudas Haidah. Huge. And everybody comes and this, and they ask the guy, why are you making such a Sudas Haidah? He said, because my wife, she hung up my pants to dry outside. No, because I was in my pants a half hour before she did it. That was a kemat. Okay. Zok the Gemara. Omar Ravashi Omar umdenelav klumu. He almost killed a human being. Almost doesn't count. You're not a mood from an almost. So shot number 2 is that there was a real sakana. In other words, he critically injured these people, but they didn't die. So if they're not dead, then you can't testify again. But then at the end, they all died. He killed 3 animals, and you don't do skila for killing animals, but he's a muad. Ask the Gemara, that doesn't count. Just because we said a person has different mazal, he knows how to get away from it. So just because you're able to kill a stationary animal, cow grazing in the grass, it doesn't mean that he's able to kill a human being that's walking down the street. Shimmy, maybe the pshat is he killed 3 idol worshippers. So it's interesting. Some say that a Jew has different Mazal. I don't know, maybe they look different, they act different. Just because they're able to kill doesn't mean they're able to kill Yisrael. So this is very, very interesting, because we always learn that you kill a human being, you chayiv misa, even if the guy only has 1 minute to live. In terms of the Shar Amud, killing a person, if he's a treifa, gavrik tila kotal, he killed a person that's already dead. There's a person that, let's say, has a hole in his heart. The doctor says he only has a month to live, less than 12 months. He's a treifa. As the Gemara Amud, the treifa Amud l'shalom, just because he's able to kill people that are very sick or whatever, does that mean that he's able to kill regular people? Oh, we got to show this. He killed and he ran away to the meadow, to the swamp. Oh, now it's working. Wow, the new switchboard is working. You just see the orak, the orak. Fine. The kol of orak lagma. The kota of orak lagma. He did this over and over. Rashi over here says it's 2 times killing. The 3rd time you have to pay koifer. But then Rashi has charata. Oh, so this is very important. If I could get there. Oh, these guys are the Imanu Yisim guys. These are the... Okay, so what happened was on the first day, a set of Edom came and said that the Shar killed another Shar. On the second day, this is based on Rashi. On the second day, another set came and said the Shar killed it. Same set. Then come a set of Edom saying Imanu Yisim. So we believe the second set, that the first set was with them on vacation somewhere else. It's impossible that they witnessed what they witnessed, and therefore their testimony that they testified against the bull is flawed, and there is no the bull remains as if he never gored any other person ever. Zero happened. Okay, then on the third day, come a set of Edom and say that the bull gored. Come Edom and say Imanu Yisem, so we get rid of them. They're called Zaymimim, right? The ones that are false are Zaymimim. And the Rabbi said this is what happens. This is very important, right over here. A third set of Edom come and testify that the ones who said Imanu Yisem, that you were with us on vacation, they're liars. So their testimony goes out. The original testimony that the bull gored 3 times comes in. There's 3 checks, and he becomes a muad right then and there.
Even if one is only
Yeah, but we want to say that there's 3 real negichas. What's a case that he's a real muad, that it happened 3 times? There's 3 testimonies. So basically, there's 3 testimonies. They were thrown out and they were put back in. Ask the Gemara, what's the point of bringing witnesses? If it's to say that we saw a pattern in this bull, and here it is, it happened on Sunday, it happened on Monday, it happened on Tuesday, Yom Aleph, Yom Beis, Yom Gimel. Okay, so you accomplish what you need to accomplish. We had the sugi already. If the fact that the Torah says you have to vuad bevala, you have to say testimony about the owner. It's to tell the owner, watch your bull, so you didn't gain anything. You told him to watch his bull in 1 shot. You told him 3 times in 1 minute. Because all 3 original witnesses became witnesses in 1 minute. When the 3rd group of witnesses, the 3rd pair of witnesses come and testify that all the zoymimim are false, then they all fly out the window in 1 testimony, and all the original pairs, they become reinstated in 1 minute. And that's not enough time for the guy to watch his animal. You have to give him 3 opportunities. You have to tell him on Sunday your animal's bad, he failed. On Monday he failed. 3 strikes. That's not, you can't do 3 strikes in 1 shot. A retroactive 3 strikes don't work.
Why not? If you're putting the witnesses back, when you warned them the first time.
But it was false. What you warned them then was bad. It wasn't good.
But now we're making it good.
But he didn't know. He wasn't careful. On Sunday, there's a pair of Edom that said, your bull is a bad guy. Then the Edom came and said, he's not a bad guy. So he went to sleep. He stopped watching him. Based on the testimony of those Edom, he didn't watch. Now on Tuesday, you're saying that, oh, those guys that said that Imanu Yisem, they're false. Okay, you reinstated. But he didn't have a chance to watch his bull properly. No. No. So then it doesn't work. This case doesn't work. It's not a real mood. Not a real mood.
Even though he's a mood, but he has a time that he...
It's already 8 o'clock, Rabbi saying.
It's a good time.
But if it's to make the guy watch his bull, I didn't know that he's a bad bull. Says the Gemara going, no, the third pair is testifying that he was there. It's not, he can't say I didn't know. You did know, and there was witnesses that said it killed, but we got rid of those witnesses. But you can't play this game that you didn't know that your bull is a bad guy. You were standing there the entire time, every single time. But it's interesting, because you're taking two things. It's not enough that you know. If I could prove that you knew that your bull gored 3 times, that's not enough to make you a mood. You need that the witnesses saw it 3 times. Over here, the witnesses came into effect retroactive. That's good enough if you can combine it with the fact that you knew. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You're dancing here in two chasnas, sort of. It's interesting, but Rabbeinu Omar, b'makiris balashar, b'makiris ashar. We're talking Amud Beis is much shorter. Makiris balashar, they testified against the owner, but not against the bull. Says Gemara Mahav Mevad. The guy owns a ranch. He owns thousands of bulls. What is he supposed to do? You have this bull somewhere. They're warning, listen, you have a bad guy in there, now you have to step it up. And he didn't. So at the end, when they pointed out the bull, that bull becomes a muad right away. We learned in the Mishnah, whether it's a tam or a muad, you have to kill the animal. Rabbi say, this, if you learn Kiddushin with us, it's word for word in Kiddushin, 3/4 of Amud now, word for word. Here we go. It's like Reb Shua Cohen, Shas Cohen told me that basically Shas is only 50% of what we really have. There's a lot of repetition. Tanur Rabbanan, I don't know, I have to ask the Belzer what he says. Tanur Rabbanan, Master Shenemar, Sokol Yisokol Ashar. It says in the pasuk that you have to kill the animal. So what happens when you when you stone an animal? That's not shchita. So it's an nevela. It's also to eat. So why does the Torah have to repeat itself and say, don't eat the flesh? It's to teach you that if you did shecht properly, the right shoichet, shchita, everything, after the bezin said it, you have to put it to death, you're still not allowed to eat it. Ask Gemara, how do you know I can't benefit? I can't sell it to a guy. I don't know what. Use it as soap. Use the hide. We'll see in a second. Naki. 5 pirushim here. My mashma. What do you see from clean? Like a person says, the guy is cleaned out. They wiped him out. He has nothing left. In other words, this is nothing. Naki min chasav. He's cleaned out. And he can't benefit from it. Ask Gemara, who told you that they shechted it after there's a psak din? Perhaps it's mutter to eat it then. But what are you going to do with these words? It's to teach us that if you stone him, then you're not allowed to have an like Rebavo says. The Rebavo, because when the Torah tells us by nevela, you should go give it to God, it's dafka over there. But any other time the Torah says don't eat, that means you're not allowed to have enough from it either. You sell it to God, you give it to a guy. So how do you know that even after Gemar Din it's asur to eat? That's okay, you're right. If we're going to learn from the words lo yoichal, this achila and isar no. Over here, we're not learning this achila from the word lo yoichal. We're learning it from saka yisaka. Right? If you're going to stone it, that means you can't eat it. So if you're going to tell me that the word lo yoichal comes to teach us that you're not allowed to benefit from it, That's not how you say in Hebrew or Lashon Kodesh, don't benefit. Because eating, I already told you can't eat it from Sagi Saga. So then why does the Torah use the word don't eat? When it's not trying to tell you don't eat. The Torah is trying to tell you don't benefit. So there's other words for benefit. Loi tehene, whatever the word is. Here, inami lo yachel. Inami lo yachel. Es besare lamali. Why do you need the extra two words? The Avagav came basar. The shachte, even though you made it kosher meat, asur. Maskul marzutra. Ina hanemili mem Aleph Amud Beis. Hanemilech the badak tzur v'shachad boy. Says the Gemara, very interesting. Back in the day, they used to use a very, very sharp stone to do shchita. So maybe when you do shchita with a stone, so it's like stoning an animal, sort of. You're using a stone to kill it. Then it's also to have an offering and everything. Dav de kain skila, because you treated it like skila. So there's this achila. But maybe if you used a knife, it's mutar b'achila. Amri. Look what the Torah says over here. It doesn't say anything about a knife, doesn't say anything about a stone. It's all good. The turning of the daf, Amud Beis, sponsored by Hanan Aberbach. Lili Nishmas, my holy nephew, Binyamin Meir ben Zev David, the son of Jen, Robert and Jen Early, and also another sponsor turning down for the same Kaddish, Binyamin Meir, Lili Nishmas Binyamin Meir ben Zev David. I do want to remind Olam, we're doing a push on Hanukkah. Today, we'll focus on the monthlies. Any denomination, monthlies, it adds up tremendous amount that helps us do all our programming and everything else. Votnan. Oh, I just want to point this out real quickly. That when the Klai Yisrael go from using a stone, like Tzipor used a stone for Shchita, Bris Milah, and Shchita, they also used, to a knife. When did they stop? So the Prisha, mention the Prisha brings, and the Chidah brings this also, and he says, I couldn't find the Prisha's Medrash, but the Prisha says it's in the Medrash, that when David HaMelech fought with Goliath, very good, when he fought with Goliath and he threw the stone at Goliath, so the stone asked the metal that it should let it penetrate Goliath's head. And the metal made room, and from that day on, Klai Yisrael stopped using stones to give cover to the metal and started using knives for Shchita and Milah. Now, as Stam, to connect it to Hanukkah, very interesting that Goliath fell forward on his head. Why? So that David HaMelech won't have to walk that many feet. He's a very large human being. So let him walk a couple extra feet. Why? What's the big deal? So the answer is, because anytime that HaKadosh Baruch Hu does a nest that's completely not necessary, like in that time, so David HaMelech was young and strong, he could have walked another 10 feet. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu does that, he shows his love to that person or to the Klai Yisrael. And the same thing we found by Yosef. Yosef, when he sold, HaKadosh Baruch Hu didn't have to sell him to those with the perfume, but he did. It was an unnecessary nest, but to show, hey, I'm with you, I'm great. Hanukkah also. Hanukkah, we're permitted to light the menorah with tamei oil. Tumah hudru b'tzibur. So why did HaKadosh Baruch Hu make this nest? It was an unnecessary nest. Unnecessary nest shows the love of HaKadosh Baruch Hu to Klai Yisrael. Zok the Gemara. Votnan. And we learn. Hashaychet b'magol. I found this is so interesting, because in that Sugi and Chul, Mamish this, the Gemara brings this Mishnah. So I went to Chul and Daf Tezvav, and here it was. The rudimentary, I didn't even use the right font. I was doing everything myself over there. The box is not even full. I didn't know what I was doing, but okay, it worked then. This is a magol. The Mishnah says the different things that you shecht with. A magol is a sickle, the top right corner. Magol yad. B'tzor, here's a tzor. There's a stone on the left side. Uvikana, here it is. Kana. Shchitasik sheira, read. Now that we know both, is another from Yochel's Psar. What do we do with it? Another pshat. It comes to say that you're not allowed to benefit from the hide. Here, because the Torah says, look what it says. It's meat. It doesn't talk about the hide. So I think hide maybe is mutter. Welcome back, Shapsikon. Also, I forgot to mention your name. So you see from Baal Shor that also includes the hide. Says Gemara, come on, we learned before different drasha. How did they know this? Es, the word es what's in addition to the meat? The hide. Es loy darish. And there's the Tana that doesn't learn es, the famous Gemara, the Sagi Shimmy Amsuni. And every time I say this Gemara, I have to say that this is a big, huge Talmud Chacham in our neighborhood. Then knows called Torah Kula, Rabbi Pessin, and he wrote a Chumash, 2 large volumes, that all the Essen in the Torah, every time it says es, he gives you the drasha. What could you add? You have to fear Hashem. There's only Hashem. Shema Yisrael Hashem Hashem Echad. There's only one. So what else can you add to that? Peirash. He said, I'm done. I'm not darshing any. That proves that all my essen are false. What about all the Torah that you taught us? Just like I got schar. To say these essen, so too I get schar for being truthful and saying I'm done. So first of all, this is the name of the sefer, Drisha and Prisha. But l'chayr, you see from here, very interesting. You get schar ala Drisha, he says. It's false. You can't darshan es. He gets schar for darshaning falsely, because that's what Torah is. And it's a good chizuk for people that do Daf Yomi. A lot of people say, I do Daf, and I don't remember anything, I don't retain anything. And if you're learning falsely, and it counts, so certainly it counts. If you're learning the right thing, it's just you don't remember it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, on the same malach. That you have to fear Tamid Chachamim. In other words, because of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because they're over the Hashem. So, by the way, it says in this week's parasha by Yosef, it says, Es Elokim ani Yoreh. He tells his brother, Es Elokim ani Yoreh. Same thing, Yerushalayim. And perhaps what he meant is, I fear you also, because you're Tamid Chachamim. I don't know, maybe. He darshan es, Tamid Chachamim. Should we go weiter? We have to go weiter. We have to. Hold on. There's a boo-boo here. We started very, very late because of the new. If you look up there, there's I think it was $10,000 that box over there, with all the new wires, brand new. They put it together. Yishkoyach, Tavremi, and Dave and Gary, who worked very hard. Beis Hashem, it's going to go smooth from here. But Torah Abonon, so Gemara says amazing that if you have a tam, the tam doesn't pay half of the koifer. Ask Rebbe Akiva, what are you saying? Of course, you can't pay from a tam. Why? Where do you get the money for the tam? From itself. So you stone the tam, and then what? It's dead. It's also bad no. So you can't take it and pay with it. So of course, the tam doesn't pay koifer. So he says, this is how you view me? What do you think, I'm stupid? They say in English. In Hebrew they say, you know who I am? My grandfather, a lot of people told me this, my grandfather was a big chazan. You think I'm, look at me. You ever heard that lashon? Big chazan. So, I don't have what you're saying, yeah? Okay, anyway, I guess it used to be very chosh to be chazan. What do you think? I didn't think about what you said. Ein dini. Okay, Kitzer, the right said the sugi finishes on Tanya Yidach. I guess we'll have to stop here, but I'll explain it. We'll just say it. Stay a few lines. Hold on. Here. Hold on. Let me just finish this line. What happened was this animal is not chayiv. The animal was a tam, and maybe you should pay koifer, but you don't have to kill the animal. Why? Because you don't have real edim. You need edim in order to kill the animal. But koifer you would have to pay to do tshuva. And that we'll continue tomorrow. We'll go back a little bit. Rabbi, have a wonderful day. Freilich Chanukah. And we'll do Shir Malas after Shachris.